Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are diving into an ancient Buddhist text to uncover some seriously timeless principles of leadership, strategy, and spiritual guidance. The text we're unpacking is called the Cūḷagopālaka Sutta, which translates to the Lesser Discourse on the Cowherd. Let's just say it masterfully weaves everyday agrarian life with literally the highest, most profound goals of human existence. So, we are starting with a massive question today. What does it actually take to safely guide others, or hey, even yourself, across the totally unpredictable, often dangerous currents of life and death? Well, to answer that, we're going to explore a profound allegory taught by the Buddha that maps perfectly from the physical world to the ultimate quest for spiritual safety.
Section 1. The Ganges River Parable. Okay, to set the scene exactly as the Buddha described it thousands of years ago, picture this. We are in ancient India, standing right on the banks of the mighty Ganges River in a place called Ukavela. Here, the Buddha gathers his monks and kicks off a story about two very different cowherds who are facing the exact same highly stressful challenge, getting their valuable herd of cattle across this massive, fast-moving body of water. Section 2. The Foolish Guide. Right off the bat, the Buddha introduces us to a disastrous leader, a foolish cowherd from Magadha. And this guy makes three massive, fatal errors. First, he completely ignores the autumn season. I mean, think about the monsoon season in India, right? By autumn, these rivers are hugely swollen, the currents are shifting. It is literally the absolute worst time to just guess where to cross. Second, he doesn't even bother to check the near bank to assess the conditions. And third, he forces his herd to cross at a spot that wasn't even a proper ford. The tragic result, he leads his entire herd straight into a deadly mid-river whirlpool, and the whole shebang perishes. Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast between ignorance and wisdom. The Buddha uses that foolish cowherd as a direct metaphor for spiritual teachers who, frankly, don't truly understand this world or the next, leading their followers right into suffering. But then he introduces the wise cowherd. This is a leader who meticulously assesses the environment, understands the season, and deliberately finds a safe, shallow ford before making a single move. Section 3. The Wise Cowherd. So how exactly does this wise cowherd guarantee the survival of his precious herd? Well, he doesn't just push them all into the water at once and cross his fingers. No way. He sends them across the river in a highly specific 5-tiered sequence based entirely on their strength and capabilities. He starts with the absolute strongest and works his way down to the weakest. This ensures that the water's flow is broken and the current actually becomes manageable for the next more vulnerable group. Section 4. Decoding the herd. But, as the Buddha reveals to his monks, this isn't just an agricultural lesson on how to move animals. It's a profound spiritual map. The so what here is that the dangerous Ganges River actually represents the treacherous realm of Mara, or the realm of death. In Buddhist philosophy, this is samsara. It's that turbulent, endless cycle of birth, suffering, and rebirth that we're all caught up in. Successfully crossing this river, that means escaping the cycle and finally reaching the permanent, safe shore of nirvana. And this builds into this incredible matrix that decodes the exact stages of Buddhist enlightenment using the herd's hierarchy. Every single type of cow maps directly to a specific level of spiritual attainment. And this is measured by what they call fetters, which are basically these psychological and spiritual chains of attachment that the practitioner has managed to destroy. Let's break these down step by step. First up, the strongest bulls. These are the fathers of the herd who lead the charge and break that heavy current. They represent the arhants. These are the fully enlightened beings. They have completely destroyed all their defilements and literally all the fetters that bind them to the cycle of rebirth. They've lived the holy life, their work is totally done, and they reach that other shore completely effortlessly and safely. Following the bulls, we have the strong, trained cows. They represent the non-returners. These advanced practitioners have permanently cut the 5 lower chains, binding them to the sensual material world. Because of this, when they pass away, they are spontaneously reborn in a higher realm, where they'll attain full enlightenment, meaning they will never return to this human world. Next in the water are the young, energetic cows. These map perfectly to the once returners. So they've destroyed the first 3 fetters and have done the incredibly hard psychological work of significantly weakening their deep-seated earthly attachments, specifically greed, hatred, and delusion. And because they've made such significant progress, they are only going to return to this world one more time before achieving total liberation.
Then we've got the young calves. Now, you might think they're way too weak to survive a crossing like this, but they map to the stream enterers. These individuals have also destroyed those first 3 fetters, and while, yeah, they still have a ways to go, they possess enough spiritual strength and clarity to guarantee they won't fall into any lower realms of existence. They're firmly in the stream, bound inevitably for eventual enlightenment. Now, this is where the imagery gets incredibly poetic. I absolutely love this detail about the newborn calf. The text explicitly says this calf was born that very day. It has basically 0 physical strength or experience of its own, and yet it safely crosses these treacherous waters simply by trusting and following its mother's voice. This isn't about raw spiritual muscle anymore. It's entirely about alignment and trust. So this newborn represents the early spiritual practitioners. We're talking about the faith followers and the Dhamma followers. They might not have deep, profound meditative realizations or, intense concentration skills just yet, but they rely on pure faith and the guidance of the Dhamma. Just by orienting themselves toward the truth and earnestly following the teachings, they too survive those dangerous currents and are guaranteed to reach the safe shore. Section 5, Reaching the Safe Shore. Which brings us to the beautiful conclusion of this whole allegory. At its core, this is a massive lesson about knowing exactly who to trust. In the final part of the sutta, the Buddha reveals himself as the ultimate wise cowherd. He explicitly states that he is the one who intimately knows the safe fords across all realms of existence. This world, the next world, the realm of Mara, the whole thing. And he makes this incredible promise. Whoever listens to and trusts his guidance will find long-lasting benefit, safety, and true happiness. He concludes with this really powerful, poetic call to action. Having completely cut through the stream of Mara himself, he tells his followers that he has opened the noble path. He's opened the door to the deathless state of nirvana. And he urges them to be filled with immense joy because that secure realm is finally accessible to absolutely anyone willing to cross. It really is an incredible teaching on the profound importance of choosing the right guide. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final, vital thought for your own journey. When you find yourself facing the treacherous, fast-moving currents of life, whose guidance are you truly trusting to lead you safely to the other shore?